Hi guys, tametheark here. Remember last week I had told you that we had that 4.92 support, and if you look down, we kept wicking down towards that support level and it did not really break. We were very close to that 492 and then we started going upwards, and we're about to break this downward wedge on the daily chart. This is our daily chart, and we've started getting some buy pressure this week. Now the big catalyst for that was Elon Musk stating that he's still buying Dogecoin. He's still supporting Dogecoin. So that looks pretty good. See, the MACD is turning bullish. We have this bullish momentum. I mentioned last week when we were starting to lose this bearish momentum, and that prophecy came true. Now look at this. We're turning bullish again. And I want to explain another reason why. It's not just because of Elon. It's because the 10-year treasury yield is also going down. We were breaking some highs up here above 3.4% yield. Now we're down below 3.14%. We're below this resistance for the treasury yield, which is great. Heavy bearish momentum, which will help the SPY start coming back up. Look at this. So we have this huge indecisive candle for the SPY. It could be indecisive of this downtrend and start rising back up. Our def cross came in roughly $400, and now we are starting to head back up. MACD crossed over on June 17th, and we started getting some bullish momentum since then. And if you look over here on June 17th, right here, June 17th to June 20th, we were still a little bit bullish for the treasury yields, but they started coming down, so that's great. And now if we look at Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin's still within this range. This is a buy block range that I have for Bitcoin. It goes as low as right here on the hourly, 13,900, as low as there, and as high as 23,000. So people dollar cost averaging inside this block here. But if you look right here, the MACD is just flipping over. MACD flip over, gold above white for my indicator, means it's going to start turning bullish. So we have this bullish momentum. That's great for Bitcoin. Probably see over 21,000 later today. I'm talking about today. Today's June 22nd, 2022. So let's drag this over. Yeah, probably today we'll escape this block. We're going to be well above the 1 hour moving average line when we escape that block. So that means people will probably take heavy profits. But we switch it over to the 4 hour chart. We're well below that moving average here. We were super below the moving average on June 18th. On June 18th, that's when things started turning around. For the daily chart for Bitcoin, oh yeah, right here. This was the accumulation zone that I had, 10,800 to 23K. That's people dollar cost averaging to Bitcoin on the way down. People want to see if Michael Saylor is going to get liquidated or not. So we're starting to lose the bearish momentum. On the MACD daily, it may be getting ready to flip over to become super bullish. And that's what people are looking for. I still have this prediction that before things get ultimately better, we're going to have a huge candle for 350,000 volume on Binance. Our biggest candle so far last week and the week before was 250,000 on the daily. So we're still missing 100,000 volume, so this could be a dead cat bounce as well. A little bit afraid of that. And currently the Fed's really trying to fix the supply chain issue and monetary policy. They've been slowly increasing the interest rate, but that doesn't really fix the supply chain issue. And we need to increase the oil supply in the United States to help bring down prices even further to tackle inflation. Now, my technical analysis this week for Doge, I think with Elon backing Doge, it's going to be very hard to break this weekly support at 4.92 cents. If you go back to some of my prior videos from last week's stream, you'll be able to see that this support was drawn in there as well during the downtrend. And ultimately, I hope we break this downtrend and start climbing back up, back above 14 cents for Doge. And then ultimately, before we're overbought on the daily, let's see, Doge 0.2145 before overbought on 1 day chart. That's my technical analysis for Doge during the short term. So eventually I do expect 21.45 cents Doge before we're overbought on that 1 day chart. Now we need this 10-year treasury yield to come down even further. I hope it retraces below 3%. We need this down. We really need this down under 2% for the market to do really well. So this is dragging on stocks. And ultimately for the SPY, I expect the SPY to retrace up to 400 before being overbought as well. Alright, so the SPY, I expect it to be 400 before it's overbought in one day. And let's do Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin's a little bit tricky, right? You have all these funds doing these margin plays with Bitcoin back in their plays, and they're getting closer to liquidations every day. Well, I see this big resistance up here for Bitcoin, possibly 30,000. Once we get up here, this resistance will probably be overbought as well. So on the daily. So we'll be here before we're overbought on the one day chart. Now if we're oversold on the one day, like completely oversold, where this RSI goes down towards 0, that price would be 10,800. If you guys want to look towards that. So before we're completely overbought and completely oversold, these are the ranges. And I believe people are dollar cost averaging still. People are taking their time. Definitely not a lot of buy pressure right here. The volume's not super high yet. So market is still unsure. This has been my technical analysis. This is not financial advice. There are some ETFs now as well that allow shorting of Bitcoin, so that could help drive the pressure of Bitcoin down toward this $10,800 range. If you want to see more technical analysis videos like this, please shoot me a message. And if you enjoy my Discord, where I put more information, some of my plays, more of my calls, and just usually share charts with each other, I'll put that link in the chat as well. Have a good day, and I'll be streaming live this week.